Ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another time of global discussion on mental health and illness and the solutions with some of our greatest coaches from around the world. I want to first start off, though, ladies and gentlemen, with Miss Miriam Wallin over in Norway. Good morning to you, Miriam. Thank you so much for joining us today. We go down to Australia with Mr. Deon Dean Adams. He is in Australia, ladies and gentlemen. He's a coach as well, along with Miriam. We also have a clinical specialist there, Mr. Patrick in Uganda. He's joining us today as well. And some of our other wonderful people there over in UK is Mr. Nigel. He's also comes with us every now and then as well. But I did want to acknowledge Nigel in the UK as well. And we thank you for those who are joining us right now in the network. Matter of fact, I got to get this AI camera right here, I guess, in a minute here, but there it goes. The AI camera is doing what it wants to do there. I love it. Thank you so much.
Well, on that point for a minute, Kevin, we should also Patrick, can you mute? Thank you. Yeah. We also should just send knowledge to some healing out to Nigel. He's not well, apparently.
Right.
So just when we're finished doing the intros, we'll just minute silence and we'll just send some healing energy out to Nigel if he's not well.
Yes, sir. So yeah, thank you so much, Deon. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to turn this now over to Mr. Deon Dean Adams, one of the top coaches in this discussion of mental health and illness. Thank you so much, Deon.
The theme for tonight is about planting seeds.
Yeah.
You can plant seeds in different people's minds, but unless they're willing to water that, nothing will happen. But also in your own life, it's important that you water your own garden as well as water the gardens of other people.
Yes.
Because if you just keep watering everybody else's garden, yours will wither away and die. It's important that when you're traveling through your own journey in life, that you make sure you get enough rest. Now, I'm guilty for this because I tend to drive myself along because I can see an end result in front of me, and because it's my soul's purpose to be in service to others, but to be paid well for it so I can help the less fortunate. Hence, what we're doing here. Miriam and I have talked about this for a long time. It was always our intention to help the less fortunate. Miriam and I have worked diligently in our own way in different fields, but we also came together in the same modality. We have the same vision. We have the same focus and values in our life. We've all suffered from traumas, anxieties, depression in some form or another. Patrick, and he was his own family. Right, Anthony? Yeah, they've gone out to get something for you, I think, mate. It won't be long. Won't be long, mate. Got to my partner's to the son. Just wonder where his mum and dad was. Like, he's been told, but anyway, he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
It's important to note that we've all had experiences in life where we've suffered anxieties, depressions, frustrations, anger, or a myriad of emotions, which is also attached to fear. Or it's all attached to fear when you look at it. But really tonight, it's all about understanding why it's so important to focus on yourself initially. But if you can't do that, some people just aren't ready or aren't able to be able to control their thoughts enough through meditation or other forms of support.
Yeah.
Because meditation is the one key process where you get the chance to choose your own thoughts. Because the word decision comes from the Latin word decidia, meaning to cut off all other possibilities. No change, no decision, no change. You have to make a decision, right or wrong, good or bad. You have to make a decision for any change to happen. when you make that decision, that choice to change, because as human beings, we have the ability to make another choice. Patrick, please come off mute if you without all that noise that's got around you, please.
Yeah, there was somebody who was crying in the neighborhood. That's why the noise was coming in. So,
well, I just ask you to mute, please, until it settles, please. Would be appreciated. Thanks, Patrick. Do appreciate it. Yes, things happen. That happened for a reason. Sometimes with the chaos going around you, some people are able to settle. Some people are able to still focus, and others have no hope. Because what you'll find is if you've got a busy mind, it's easily distracted.
Right.
But with all the processes and things that Miriam and I have learned and that we teach, it helps you gain clarity. And that all that stuff becomes extraneous white noise. It doesn't matter what's going on around you, you're still able to focus and meditate. It's important that you gain focus on what you really want out of your life. When I was coming back today on the bus, I was sitting next to a gentleman that was in rehab. He was on his 3rd week of being free of drugs. I know the signs. I watched him. He was shaking. He had teeth missing. But he was still trying to change his life. I said to him, you just go, congratulations, keep going. I gave him my number to reach out if he needed any form of support. Most people wouldn't even talk to him.
Wow.
It is important that you learn to meet people where they're at, not where you're at.
Right.
Because if you can't accept other people where they're at in comparison to yourself, you can't work with other people. Because everybody has they're at a certain point in their life. Since I've been home, it's been rather interesting, as Miriam does. There's things going on in my own life. Because I have so much support, I'm able to deal with it appropriately. And plus I've learned all sorts of processes which enables me to retain focus. Because your consciousness and focus create your reality, which I keep saying each week, and I'll keep saying it again and again and again. Because what you're consciously focusing on is creating your reality. If you're consciously focusing on being stoned all the time, drunk, if you're an abuser, trying to hide it, and abusers ends up becoming abusers in a lot of cases. Hurt people. Healed people, heal people. Loved people, love people. We're here to love, not to hate. We're here to create, not destroy. This is the whole purpose of what Miriam and I have talked about for months. Miriam and I have been speaking to one another for quite some time with another gentleman named Roger, which hopefully will connect up before Christmas. Since meeting Kevin, who's now facilitating these weekly meetings and the global discussion on mental health and illnesses and the solutions that we create for that. They're very simple, but very powerful. Miriam, would you like to add to what I've just spoken of, please?
Yes, like you said, I think that is a conscious choice we have. How we all have our history, we all have our background, but a conscious choice, how do we want to have our life, the rest part of our life? What do we want to create our life? everything is based on our mind, how we see things, what allows us to see. And I believe everything starts to forgive ourselves. We all have our history, but to be able to create something new, we need to forgive ourselves for our past history. See that was a lesson in everything in life. And how can we learn from our history so we don't limit ourselves? We can create the person we want to become. Because we all have the power to create something new, to learn from our past, let be wisdom within ourselves. It's why it's so important to be open, allow ourselves to feel the pain, allow ourselves to be hurt, have the sadness in life, but don't limit in it. See how we can learn from it. What a lesson, how can we see beyond it to become something new? Learn from our past history to create something new, a new version of ourselves. But we need to have all these things in our life, and everything start to forgive ourselves, forgive our past, forgive us who we are to be able to create something new. Like you said, if we don't just live a life, it's so easy to get in old pattern, old habit like abuse or in addiction, or do something instead to be able to create. See that we have the power in our hand to create something new. Our past don't limit ourselves. It don't disturb our future. We have the power to create something new, to become a new version for ourselves.
What Miriam just said is important. As we're creating different versions of ourselves, what we're basically doing is letting go of the past.
Mm.
We're driving along in a car. Just close your eyes for a minute. Imagine you're sitting in your car. You've got this huge big windscreen in front of you, but you keep looking into the rear vision mirror, into the past, behind you. Why in the hell do you keep looking into the past all the time when you've got that huge big windscreen looking into the future? When so many people today, all they keep focusing on is that little mirror. They're narrow-minded. They're so fixated on the past because they're frightened of the future. Anxiety is purely just a fear of the future. What might happen but never does. And the only reason it does manifest because you'll keep focusing on it. What you resist persists. What you resist owns you. Miriam, would you like to extend onto that, please?
Yeah, I believe that is something everyone wants success in life. Everyone wants to have something, but no one wants to have the change, because when we change, we need to do something different, and no one wants these things. That's why so many people stay in the same place. They don't change themselves because they know what they have, but they don't know what they will lose when they change the way of thinking, when they change the life of living. So that's why it's so important to see when we change, it always have some cost, but it's so much better to look forward, like you said, in the screen in front of you instead of the back. We know what we have, we know the result we have, but if we don't change ourselves, we'll have the same result in the future. So that's why we need to take a conscious choice. What kind of life do we want to have? What kind of person do we want to become? And how can we want what will happen in our life to be able to have this life we want? So to see what you want in life, see with love on yourself, forgive yourself in your past. You have that with you. And when you change, you will still be the same person, just another version of yourself. It's nothing better but another person, because you are perfect the way you are. And that's the reason why you have the past experience you have in life. You couldn't be the person you are without it. But don't limit it. Let it be a help for the future, so you can learn from the past and be able to create something new.
On that note, what Miriam has just spoken of, past events can still be there, but if you let go of the emotional attachment and start giving it power, then it doesn't really matter, because every event can still be there. But if you stop giving it power, it just fades away. Whether it's sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, the events can still be there, but with timeline therapy and other processes that Miriam and I both are skilled in, then the fears dissipate. The energy you're giving it dissipates, and then you put all your focus into things you're creating, not the things you're avoiding. Because people have this is a funny phrase, it's the word assumption. What is an assumption? When you make an ass out of you and me. Because that's a word, it's true. You can make an ass out of yourself because you're making an assumption based on something that isn't even fact. You're basing it on a belief, a feeling, an emotion towards the other person and yourself. When you keep judging yourself and others, you're only hurting yourself. It's like what's a good metaphor for this? It's like the poison darts that the African tribes use in New Guinea. They put that poisoning on the end of the dart. It's like trying to fire it at someone else, but you're pointing at yourself. It just blows back at you. Because what perception is projection. It's what you're perceiving about yourself or others quite often gets mirrored back at you. Because quite often what you're thinking about someone else is quite often a mirror that's something inside you. Like you might get angry with someone because you don't think you're being respected. Sometimes you might not respecting the other person sometimes it's unconscious. We have these unconscious stories or unconscious egoic agendas going on, which are traumas maybe from childhood, from some form of abuse. It might even be past life stuff. Maybe something handed down from our parents. Miriam and I have both had processes where we've been taken through where that has been the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes back centuries.
Yeah, and we couldn't be the person we are today without our past either, to see how that can help us to become the person we are today. Because we need to get back in our past history, see all this dark side of ourselves, all this past experience we have in our life, to be able to create something new. But we don't let it limit us. We all have this history based on background, based on family history, based on family, friends, all these people around us who have shaped us the person we become. But we have the power to create something new and to see how can we forgive ourselves and how can we go beyond it to see what we want to have.
On that note, what Miriam just said was very profound. We all have a dark side, a shadow side. And most of us are afraid to look at it. There's no such thing as a darkness. It's only a variation of the light. There's no such thing as hot or cold. It's only the variation of temperature, which when you turn the tap, it's only changing the amount of heat or cold. Like darkness, it just goes away when you adjust the light. Because you're only adjusting the light. We all have a shadow side. But some of us are so afraid of our dark side, they don't even want to look at it. But that's silly. That's why the words yin and yang are there. Hot and cold, light and dark, happy, sad. We all, once we become harmonious with all aspects of us, all parts of us. So what is, now this is a good question for all of us. I'll start with you, Patrick. In your own life, are you afraid of your shadow side, your dark side?
Yeah, to me, I'm not really afraid, but at times you get like worried of what may happen tomorrow, depending on what you've been through in the past. And it's like you're not getting to what you seem to have dreamed of in the past. So it worries, but you may not be certainly afraid, but you're looking at, is it possible to regain myself?
That what you're basing it on is a memory from the past recreating itself. You're basing the fear based on a past experience. So you're basically you're repeating a pattern. It's like the hamster wheel. You're frightened to get off in case you see something different. So because your unconscious mind needs clear instructions, it can be recoded, as Miriam and I have discovered. But we have more neurons in our heart than we do in our head, which was discovered in 1991. It's important that every one of us has the ability to look at our dark or shadow side, whichever way you choose to word it. There's nothing wrong with it. It is there in all of us. It is important for all of us to recognize all aspects of it. We all have different aspects to us. We all have different fears, beliefs, and emotions. It's important that when emotions do rise to the surface, like a cork bobbing up on the top of the water, allow them to come to the surface. If you're going through grief, grieve. If you're going through sadness, be sad. If you're going through happy, joyful times, be happy and joyful. Don't push them away. Don't bury them. That's what quite often what makes anxieties and depressions worse. Because people tell you, oh, you can't be like that. You can't be like that. You've been grieving long enough. We all grieve in our own way, in our own time. I still miss me mum. I still miss me dad. I still miss my son that died in my arms. As you all know, my son died in my arms. My grandmother died in my arms. My father died in my arms. And last year, my mother died in my arms. But that was a privilege. I thought, oh, no, that's too sad. I don't want to look at that. Oh, bullshit. That was a privilege. It was an honor to be there, to hold them in my arms when they took their last breath because they felt safe. What an honor. It's an honor and a privilege. When I was with the priest today, he said to me, you have so much inner strength, you don't realize how mentally strong you are. Gee, but I cry a lot. He said, that's fine as well, because you're not afraid of your emotions. So many men these days, mainly from my father's era, and we were brought up, oh, you can't be like that. You're a bloke. You have to be staunch and this and that. I'll get stuff. That's why most men are in their head, because they're too afraid to be in the heart. Miriam, can you extend onto that, please?
Yeah, like you said, I think that is so important to see that is like accept yourself and the gift you have and see yourself like different kind of perspective in the grief you have. Sometimes you need to allow all emotion in your life, because that's the only way we can grow as well. Like you said, if you don't allow all emotions in your life, they will end up to be something else. There will be ghosts in your life, and you can't create something new because you have the ghost within yourself and you don't understand where this comes from. But the moment you open up yourself to be sad, to have grief, to have all different kind of emotion in your life, you always can see a reason why. And one way you can do this, like you can see yourself and look at a hand, different thing. How can I see my situation right now? How can I let me be this little child who is sad or have these kind of feelings? And how can I love myself and be thankful for my past, be thankful, grateful for the person I am, and how can I learn from it? Because what you said, when we allow ourselves to have these kind of feelings, we grow in ourselves, we get strength in ourselves, and people around you recognize it, like you said, like your priest said for you. And it's so important to see that is a gift and everything, but to be able to grow for yourself, you need to allow yourself to be human in all aspects of life, feel the sadness, feel the happiness, feel the joy, have all emotion in life. No one are happy all the time. We all have different things happen. We all have lost someone we love. We all have experience in our life will help us. So it's important to be true to yourself and allow yourself to see that is a path in your journey to be able to create, to grow, and to become the person we want to become.
Kevin, can you add to that at all, please, in your own experience in your own life?
Deon, Miriam, and Patrick, one of the areas that coaches like yourself has helped me in is to learn to forgive myself. I was so used to trying to figure out how to solve all the problems, kind of grew up on solving problems, and that maybe even though it wasn't my problem, it was somebody else's problem, but I was trying to solve a lot of problems that I didn't need to get into. So the first thing I had to learn was to forgive myself for not knowing everything and trying to fix everything and just enjoy life in that process. And also the power of words too, how I spoke to myself. I had to fix that. So those are the two areas I had to fix, is to be able to not worry about everything, kind of along with what Patrick was saying. And then secondly, to be able to give me strong words, talk to myself in strong ways and not in weak ways. So that has changed because of people like yourself, coaches and mentors that help you grow in these areas. But like Miriam has said so many times, you must love yourself first, take care of yourself, and then help others, not the other way around.
You said something really profound in amongst all that. What was it?
I don't know exactly.
Miriam, you would have picked up on it.
I believe that he's honest for himself, that he focuses his
Bingo.
mind. Yeah.
Because that's the trouble these days. So many people don't love themselves at all. People are dying longer. They're not living longer. I choose to live longer and a happy, healthy, and fun life. My inner child plays out something terrible. As Miriam knows, I can get quite silly. But life's too short to be a grumble bum.
Yes.
Why do you want to walk around with your head in your ass instead of up in the sky?
Yeah, Dean.
Look forward, look up. Don't look down or behind. Every time I go for a walk, I will stop and talk to people.
Yeah.
Like the guy on the bus. He was just standing there and he noticed what I had on, which is this, it's called it's an Egyptian word. I forget. Anyway, it's comfortable. Yes, it's different. I've got a lot of weird looks on the bus. I don't care because it's comfortable. I'm wearing this tomorrow night at the movie premiere that I'm going to.
Yeah. You'll
But
be a stand.
it's okay to be different.
Yes.
I am very different. I'm not your typical spiritual person or mental coach or anything. I'm far from it. Neither is Miriam.
I know you guys are different.
But it's okay to be different. There's nothing to be frightened of.
That's right.
People are so afraid of being judged by others. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
You know, why me? I don't care.
Right.
Because if you're so worried about what people think about you, you're only going to ruin your own life.
Right.
Worry about what you're doing in your own life. Don't worry about other people's stuff.
Yeah.
People always judge someone else.
Right.
It's this weird human trait that people feel the need to judge. And that causes a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things I've noticed in the last several weeks is people doing this. They're in a phone or a tablet. They're not even looking at the world.
Right.
I just come back from Hawaii, and there was people around the swimming pool, this beautiful garden. They're in this. They do it, and they're 2 feet away from one another, texting one another. I thought, what? So me being me, I jumped in the pool and flicked a bit of water on them and woke them up a bit.
Wow. Incredible.
You see I don't know what the thought is. No, is it like that in Norway, Uganda, and America?
Yeah. Yeah. Deon,
Is it like that in Uganda?
I've seen people in the same car, texting each other in the same.
That's just ridiculous.
They're texting each other and only 1 second from each other. They can turn and say hi. I said, "Wow, they're texting
Patrick,
each other."
is it like that in Uganda or not? I wouldn't think it's as much, but
yeah, it really happens the same way it is happening elsewhere.
Wow.
Another distraction.
So it's a world because people don't want to look at reality. And the reality, a lot of us, we're living in magical times.
Yeah.
You know, we've got fridges that spit out ice cubes. We come home, we stick bottles of stuff and or things in the fridge which stops it from going off. We have, you know, electric light. We have the internet. This is magical. You know, look at Patrick's in Uganda, Kevin's in the US, and our lovely Miriam's in Norway with her birthday coming up next week, 50 years old.
Yeah.
I love it. We love it. We love it, Deon. We love it, Patrick.
But that's a celebration. So
Yes, it is.
Miriam's reached a part in her life where she's got nothing but magic from here on in. We're all creating a better life. We thank you, Kevin, for facilitating this from the beginning, which then you connected to Miriam, then Miriam connected to myself, and on it goes. And now we've got lovely Patrick come in to support us from another part of the world. Miriam, is there one really profound thing that you'd like to leave everybody with tonight?
I believe everything's like you said before, or focus, create, or reality. Instead to see what you don't limit you, look around you on all this magic thing around you. Allow yourself to see, like you said, all people you meet every single day, the little smile, all these people you talk with, as a gift from everything. Everyone you meet, everyone has something to give you. So look around you for beauty around you. Let it feel within yourself instead of what you don't have, to see what you have around you and be grateful for all that you have in your life. Because I believe when we start to be grateful, when we start to open up our mind for what we have, we get more in that into our life. It's why it's so important to see who you have around you and the beauty around you as well, because it will help you to change your mind, to focus and create something new.
Yeah.
Miriam, what would you say is the biggest issue in that you've noticed worldwide? Because you've travelled recently with your daughter and other things you've travelled with. And what you've noticed in different countries where you've been, the same thing in Hawaii, and like in Kona, and then on the other side, Hilo. And I noticed I was watching things in the airports even. What is the one biggest problem? I think it's a bloody mobile phone.
No, I don't think so. I believe the biggest problem is that people are not aware of themselves, that they have the power in their hand to create the life they love to have. I travel around the whole globe. I've been in Australia, New Zealand, Bali, Singapore, USA, Dubai, Middle East, all Europe, every single places almost. And people don't know who they are, that they have the power within themselves. To instead of be the creator of their life, they just see what limits them. Instead of see, what can I do with that I have? What kind of person do I want to become? How do I want to create something new in my life? So I believe that all mobile phone, I have my phone as well. I believe that is just the way where you don't take responsibility for your own way. An easy way to keep distance to yourself, instead to see that you have the power to be the creator in your life.
Wow.
Kevin, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, first of all, I want to thank you and Miriam and Patrick just on this virtual. I haven't met you yet, but the impact to my life you guys have on my life is tremendous. Just to stay in the right realm of good thinking, if you will, and good vibes, if you will, coming from all of you. So I just want to really honor you guys today, Miriam, Deon, and Patrick. Thank you so much for this time today. And it's just, you talk about ironing, sharpen iron. No, I've gotten sharpened today. I've got encouraged today. And I'm just excited about being a part of the team as we talk about this global discussion.
Well, we are. It takes teamwork to make the dream work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, you can try and do things on your own, but as a collective consciousness. And with Patrick's in his country, they're dealing with different issues. Miriam in her own country, different ones. I'm dealing with different ones here. We have a lot of homeless here. A lot of homeless people here living rough. You wouldn't think so, and there's an affluent country, but it's mental problems. People come and go around, they come and go, then something happens, then they fall by the wayside. Then they think I'm uncomfortable in social situations. Then they start pulling away. Then they start becoming silent. And next minute they're curled up in a ball, drunk somewhere. They lose their job. Then they lose their place to afford to be able to live somewhere. And then they're living in a car and sometimes under a tree. I've seen it all up here. I've seen $1 million homes, and down the end of the street there's someone sleeping in a toilet.
Yeah.
It's so far beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're living in a very affluent country. We shouldn't have any homeless people here, but we do because of mental health issues. And it's important to note, I don't give a crap what country you're in. The issues are all worldwide. And these companies that say they're this and say they're that, I hope they do some good in some way. I haven't seen it yet. This is why, one of the biggest reasons why we're running this mental health solutions. We're not broken. We don't need fixing. We just need to learn the skills and abilities to deal with what we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Like this misnomer about that people with bipolar and manic depression are ill. No, they're not. They just have these visions. They see the future. They see all sorts of things, but they haven't been taught to interpret it. If you saw what I see regularly, you'd be freaked out.
Yeah.
But I've learned the skills how to read it. And it takes practice. Because I do it every day, it becomes easier. Right. We all have an intuitive abilities. We just don't believe in it. We don't have the faith. Whether it's religious faith, right, spiritual faith, or just faith in yourself. Yeah. Quite often we lose the way because we get influenced by other people. Because we allow it. Stop allowing it. Become the self. We're not our beliefs. We're not our feelings and emotions. We're the spiritual self, the soul. It's only the ego that gets hurt. What's ego? Edging God out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ego edging God out. Yep. There's so many people that are edging God out daily, right, because they're so far up themselves they can't see it. Right. I see it here, and especially in Service Paradise. I saw it in Honolulu. They're so unconscious to what's happening around them. They're in a delusional fog. But they're in this all the time. They're not conscious to the beauty around them. Mm-hmm. Like, we're living in a world of luxury and beauty. Yes, there's less fortunate countries like maybe Uganda, the Philippines, different parts of India, Sri Lanka, where I have friends in India and Sri Lanka. Mm-hmm. I've got friends in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But they're happy. Some of the poorest people in the world are the happiest.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's no expectations on them.
Yeah.
Because expectations are the biggest killer of dreams. Yeah. But it's also the expectations of others. Miriam, can you please relay to the people that are listening to this what happens when you expect things from other people?
I learned that you can't expect anything for anyone around you. The only thing we can do is to control our mind, self, how we see things, how we want to react on things around you. But I believe that you said before, it's important to see that you love yourself so you can give of yourself to others around you. Don't see what you don't have. Because like you said, you can be quite poor and be the most caring person for them you meet. Or at the same time, if you are wealthy, you can help so many people around you. Everything is based on our mindset, how we see ourselves, what we allow ourselves to be, and what we want to create for people around us.
I'm going to reach out tonight. It's specific tonight. There's going to be a lot of people suffering from now to Christmas time. I'm putting out there anybody that wishes to donate. Everything any donation we get is going to the local blindness agencies here in Australia. I think this year we'll donate to the Queensland guide dogs because they need to. It costs a lot of money for a guide dog.
Mm.
And then in the ensuing months into 2025, we'll then look at the next one in Miriam's country, then in America, then in England. We'll do one at a time. But every penny, not 1 cent of it goes to us. You'll see transparency. I'll open a specific bank account for this. I'm going to get some help to create a non-for-profit charity. I'm going to contact Guide Dogs Queensland to talk to their CEO to make sure this happens in the correct manner. That when we put out on social media, we're putting out for people to donate to support the ones who are suffering coming up to Christmas.
Yes.
Because quite often coming up to Christmas, people get all upset because they can't help their children or their loved ones. People can't even scrape together a basic meal sometimes at Christmas time. Yet other people are having a lavish meal and they're too worried about buying a TV or a new phone or something. Some people can't even get a meal together.
And I believe, like you said, we're going into Christmas, and if you have a caring family, it's a lovely part in life. But mostly people don't have that. So many people are struggling with loneliness and have no one around them. So it's so important to see who we are and have someone try. If you're a person who have thing around you, invite people into your life. And if someone wants to talk with me, I'm free, so reach out for me. Because that is a time in the year was quite struggling. So many people have really difficult with Christmas, because that is some part in life that everyone should have, be happy and have joy and happiness with a close one. And so many people are lonely and don't have anyone around them. So I believe that's a time to be more caring, take more part in other people around you, invite them into your life so that you can help someone else around you as well.
Even if you buy a coffee, pay forward in a cafe somewhere and walk away. No one needs to know whether it's you or not. It's only your ego if you want everybody to know you're doing it.
Right.
I pay forward a lot in the cafe where I go. No one knows it's me.
Right.
The owner chooses who he gives the meal or drink or coffee to. Sometimes it might be just someone that's lonely.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go somewhere and I can see someone really unhappy. I'll go up to the counter, pay for the meal, and just walk away.
Yeah, Deon and Miriam and Patrick, I was just the other day, some people just want a hug. Just they don't want no drama, just give me a hug. They literally said that. That's all they want.
Hugs are free.
Yeah.
Hugs are free, they don't cost anything.
Yeah, exactly. That would have
Hugs
made
are free.
But we all know that it's when we give something, it always gets back to us. So if you get something, it always get blessing in different kinds of ways. So it don't cost anything to be kind to someone else. Do what you can for them around you, because you will get back to us. Well, so.
But unfortunately, in today's society, why do they want to do that for me? What do they want?
Yeah.
Instead of going, that was a nice hug.
Yeah.
Oh, why did they do that? There must be some secondary intention. Bullshit.
Right.
It's just a hug.
Right. Just a hug.
Some people are so afraid of intimacy because they've been abused.
Right.
That's a really, actually, just on that note, it's a really good indicator. If you go and hug someone and they do this, just back away, accept them where they're at, and acknowledge that they've been abused in some form or another. I know a lot of people like that, and some of them are my close friends.
Right.
But it's okay. You're meeting them where they're at, so then they feel safe.
Right.
Because they don't feel safe if they've had that triggers them.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that when you do hug someone. If they freeze like a wax dummy, there's nothing wrong with them. They've just been hurt.
Right.
They've been wounded by love.
Right.
But acknowledge that, accept that, and maybe you say, "Are you okay today?"
Yeah.
Just that one phrase, "Are you okay today?" If you see someone out on the street and they look unhappy, go up to them. "Are you okay today?"
Right.
You'd be surprised. You might make someone's year. Like just ask them, say, are you okay today? Like that guy on the bus, he might not ever speak to me again. Or ever come on. I was going to give him the link for here tonight. He might have got home and gotten stoned again. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. At least I planted the seed.
And I believe one way to do that is just to listen to your intuition as well, because you get some input what you should do and who you should meet and what you should help someone with. So for my own part, when you look around them, you meet with love, you also get back to you, and you can try to help someone in daily life. If you give someone a smile, you give them a hand, you help them with something, you always get back, and you get so much more blessing into your life. You focus from the limit belief into something, the unlimited belief way, because you get so much more blessing into your life, and you start to rise the vibration as well. So to be true yourself, help people around you, show kindness, be the best version of yourself. And I really love and I really appreciate all of you, because you're part of my life, and I'm really grateful to have all of you in my life.
I've been fortunate enough to have a friend like Miriam in my life for a long time. We met a long time ago, and I do appreciate the friendship a lot.
The same to you.
We've supported another through tough times, like when my mum died, when Miriam's gone through some struggles with her own family and other things. It's a soul family. Sometimes your blood family aren't too nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because all you can do is just send them love.
Yep.
Pray for them, forgive them, forgive yourself.
Yeah.
But it's important to accept people where they're at, not where you're at. Right. Always just, the thing is, it's acceptance. It's forgiveness. To forgive is divine. We quite often get so wound up about, we're so busy in the doing. We're not human doings, we're human beings.
Yeah.
So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, even if they are a horse's backside.
Yeah.
But it's important that you keep the same thing. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Think about it for a minute. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. I approach my life the same way. Yes, I've been an ass at times. I've learned different things about myself. But now I've learned to be compassionate, to be forgiving, to be understanding and accepting. And my life has changed immeasurably. I've gone from being a drunk. I know how I just curled up at the ball a lot because I was unhappy. I tried to commit suicide 3 times in one day. And then my grandma came and said, "What are you doing, you dickhead? You've got too much good to do in the world." Miriam always laughs at my words, but the intention's behind it. And the intention is to be the best version of myself and the fullest version of that self. To love the self.
Yeah.
Because if you can't love yourself, how can you expect anybody to love you?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many people around. Patrick, do you encounter that a lot in your own country, in Uganda? You need to unmute yourself, brother.
Yeah, it's something crucial here. You do find that it's something which I also wanted to mention, that you can't be somebody who can talk to others, love others, like it is requires, but at the same time, you feel like you're doing it, but is there somebody doing it for you? And the moment that gap is there, you feel like it is straining, and you can't produce the better of you when you can't have that with yourself. So it is really happening here, and you find it is quite large. It is quite large. Those are the factors which are causing mental illness over here. There are people, yes, you can have the skills, but at the same time, you're a human being. you need what you're doing to others to feel like at one time you have it also. Yeah.
Well, that phrase, do unto others as they would do unto you. In other words, treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Treat people with respect.
Yes.
Respect is earned, not expected. Trust is earned, not expected. And they also can be easily lost.
Yeah.
Firstly, trust and respect yourself. And then magic starts to happen. Surrender and let go. Don't try and force anything. Just create the action steps towards what you want to create in your life. And since I started doing it, all that sort of magical thing happens. Like I bought some raffle tickets about a month before I went away to my trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I set the intention that if I won it, I would give it away. There was a trolley full of groceries. It had, fruit and it had tinned goods. I gave the whole lot away. Apart from a jar of Vegemite. But the whole trolley I gave away to a lady who has nothing. She's scraping pennies together. But now it helped her survive that fortnight. But it's important that we do everything we can to support the less fortunate, because we've got great lives. We have health.
Yeah.
We have air in our lungs. We have power in our legs. We have some have got more vision than others. But it doesn't matter. Our bodies are mostly healthy. Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
I want us just to have a minute silence for the people we've lost in our lives through mental health. Close your eyes and just have a minute silence for people that have died through depression, who have committed suicide. That's a very brave act. I can tell because I tried it one day. We just send out blessings today for the ones we've lost. Brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, parents, mothers, fathers, children. All the ones we've lost through depression, through anxiety, through alcohol and drugs. Just send loving blessings and healing energy out there to all the ones that have suffered. If you're so inclined, if you're struggling today, sit comfortably, put both hands one under each kneecap, and let the trauma just flow through your legs and down into Mother Earth. Winds of change have blown through this year. Because it's an 8 year, and if you tilt an 8 over on its side, it's infinity. We're coming up to the 21st of December, which is the summer and winter solstice in different parts of the planet. There's so much magic been created this year. People that go, and unfortunately, it's people that have left the earth. Giving us some silence for those who needed to leave this earth sometime before their time. Whether it's children, someone close to you. It brings up the memories of my mum. The moment she passed away, June 2nd, last year at 10:28 p.m, my mother took her last breath. I loved my mum and always will, like my dad and my son and my grand. Bring up the memories of people in your own life, grandparents, parents, siblings, friends, people that have left this earth too early. They may have been extremely ill or just decided to take their own life because of sadness. The black dog just took over. Just give them a minute silence and send them forgiveness. Send them love, compassion, forgiveness and understanding, and accept them. with discernment, with gratitude, with the laws of grace, I thank thee for blessing us on this evening with Miriam in Norway, Patrick in Uganda, Kevin, our facilitator in America, and myself, Deon Dean Adams in Australia and Queensland. Our brother Nigel is not well at the moment, so we send him some loving, healing energy. So, Nigel, we hope to see you soon, preferably before Christmas. It's a busy time for us all, so we just give thanks for one another, blessings to one another, forgiving one another, accepting one another, trusting one another, having faith in one another. The winds of change are upon us. We're just going to do a slight more in that space and just do a meditation chant for a few minutes, just to bring some more greater energy in it. And then between the silences, I wanted to think about your loved ones and what you'd like to create to make a change in your own countries to help all these issues with mental health. Om the party om. Om the party om. Thank you for all the ones that are listening to the recording, to the live. Whoever's listening to this, we send you blessings, we send you love, compassion, forgiveness, and understanding on this day. This day, the 12th of December, that's the 12th of the 12th, 2024 now, that's a significant day.
Yeah, it is.
We're all spiritual billionaires.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm in this space. I'm so grateful for Miriam in particular. We've been such close, great friends. It's really appreciated.
Yeah. Beautiful lady, beautiful.
Love you lots, Miriam. Love you a long time, as they say in the Indonesia and those places. But we have so much respect for one another, which is key.
Amen.
We've supported each other through tough times, through good times. We've laughed a lot, cried a lot, silly jokes. Sometimes hilarity is the best. Laughter is good.
Right.
Smile and the world smiles with you. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Life is happening for you, not to you.
Right.
Thank you one and all for coming and listening and joining. I've actually invited one of my friends who's a Shaolin master who does be teaching me what's called Qigong, which is similar to Tai Chi. It's helping me stay grounded, stay focused, and it's helping my back.
Yeah.
As many of you know, most of my spine's fused together from an accident. But it doesn't matter. because my body's still moving.
Yeah.
People are going to say, how can you move like that? Because I've devoted myself to change.
Yeah.
And you can create magic. I've proven it time and time again. Anything is possible with the right focus and faith.
Yep.
So tonight's message is about focus, faith, and watering your own garden. Stop watering everybody else's, otherwise yours will wither away and die. Miriam, would you like to in anything vital, something, words of encouragement for the ones that are listening tonight?
No, I just thank you for this night. I mean, fantastic to be here to reach all of you. And it's so important to bring it with us to take care of yourself. You are unique the way you are and love the way you are. So thanks to who you are and become the best version of yourself because you deserve it. And thanks for all of you. I really love all of you the way you are. So take care of yourself. And we are here to help you. If you need someone in this journey, we are here. All of us have been there before, and we're here to help you. Never give up.
That's right. Never give up. Never.
I just changed my background for a reason.
I love it.
How far do you think the ground is below his stomach?
Well, it could be several feet or it could be several inches. Not sure.
It's several inches.
Uh,
But people automatically think it's hundreds of feet.
right. Yeah. That's
So
one.
people are torn. They're trying to hang on to the past, and they're still clinging. They're trying to. They're not too sure which way to go. If you just let go,
Right.
it's not that bad. But people are so bound up about. That's why I put that graphic up.
Right.
Look at the fear of the kids.
Yeah. When I brought
Rocky, enough. That's it, man. Rocky, enough. Oh, Rob. Oh, quiet, you. I'll get out of it. George. Nash. Oh, Rob.
That's powerful.
Rocky. Yeah. Oh, Rob. Geez, he's a funny dog. Rocky. Right. Please close off for tonight. Thanks, Kevin.
Yes.
Thank you once again to Patrick for making the effort. We love seeing you here. We like you here each week if it's possible.
Yes.
We really enjoy your company, your knowledge and wisdom, and from your own country's perspective. We do thank you so very much for attending.
Yep.
We'd like you to be part of this team. Would you like to join us? Kevin, can you please organise another image like this with Patrick on it too, please?
Yes. Yeah, matter of fact, he has it. He should have it. I think I'll make.
No, I want Patrick's image on it like the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's on there. Matter of fact, let me get out the way real quick and show you that. I did add him to do it. I did revise that, so he is available.
Oh, good. Very good. That's okay.
Absolutely. I think I sent you a copy of that, I hope. If not, let me know for sure.
Can you send me an updated version of that, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, we want to thank you so much for joining us, those live right now. But I want to emphasize the importance of having a coach. Now, Miriam and Deon are certified coaches. It's so important that you reach out to people like them in this area of mental health and illness for the solutions and for what you really need to do. We also want to thank Patrick for being with us today. He is a clinical expert in his country, and he has responsibilities for helping people as well. So we want people to reach out to Patrick. He's on Facebook, so you guys can reach out to Patrick on Facebook, and I'll be glad to share that information with you on how to do that as well. I want to give Deon's and Miriam's website, ladies and gentlemen, for those who want to learn more and have a little more private time with our coaches that are here today. Miriam over in Norway, her website, ladies and gentlemen, is anchoroffreedom.com. Anchoroffreedom.com. I want you guys to look at that, reach out to that, and also share that out on your platforms as well. But get to know Miriam through her website, ladies and gentlemen, anchoroffreedom.com. Also, too, for Deon Dean Adams, his website, ladies and gentlemen, for reaching out with him to him as well to set up an appointment or learn more about what you may need for your particular area. Conscious Healing, that's conscioushealingarts.net, conscioushealingarts.net. You can reach out to Deon on his website to learn more about his wonderful gifts and also wonderful services that are available for you to grow and know more about what you need to do. You're going to need help.
There's also my YouTube channel. It's called the same name, Conscious Healing Arts, which is over 25 meditations on it for people to listen to.
Yeah, powerful. Thank you so much, Deon and Miriam and Patrick today being with us. Hey, this is our global discussion, guys. We want you to share this out because you never know, as we always talk about, one person helped, one person changed was all the difference. And we may never know about it, but we know that there's a change going on right now in someone's life today. So we thank you so much. Miriam, Deon, and Patrick, thank you again for being with us on Global Discussions on Mental Health and Illness and the solutions. That's the part I like, is solutions. What do we do? And I'm just excited about coming up with solutions and helping people change their lives each and every day. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Any final thoughts there, Deon? We good?
Only just that if Patrick could organise to have the Zoom background like we've all got, so it's continuity. If that's not possible, that's also fine.
Yeah, no
but
problem.
It would be nice to have the continuity that we all have the same image behind us, because it is a global discussion on mental health, illness, and the solutions that we create. This is going to grow over time. I've asked someone to come on as a special guest. I have so many other ideas that will grow into next year, which I'll discuss with Miriam and Kevin and Patrick also. But this will just grow over time. We are the change makers. We're the way showers, the showers of the way. We're here for a purpose, and our purpose is to make change. Because I have a vision of mental health being a minuscule thing in the future, instead of this gross lion and there's the black dog. There's a book called The Black Dog, which I've read. I've been through the dark night of the soul in my own life too many times. And because of what we've learned, I don't have that issue anymore. But we need someone to coach. So I have my own coach who helps me through crap. Miriam's helped me countless times. We help one another. If either of you, Patrick or Kevin, need support in any way at any time, just reach out and we'll organise to have sessions with you accordingly.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deon, for your time today. Patrick, again, thank you again for your time. Miriam, as always, thank you for even, without you, this wouldn't be happening. without you, it wouldn't be happening. So thank you so much, Miriam, for your wisdom and your brilliance in this area and bringing us together all around the globe. Hey, I want to leave you with this, guys, as my mentor has taught me. Always remember to outlove, outserve, and outforgive each other. And there's nothing we can't do together. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas. Because we're going to Christmas, so we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and see all of you in January. And thanks to be who we are.
What was that, January? What about January?
Yeah, next year.
Don't forget, it's Miriam's 50th birthday next week.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
The whole world knows it's your birthday.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know where to send some gifts, though, Miriam, to you. They send gifts to the...
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I sent both of you an email with about that 45 plus the supplement. That is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, good, Deon. Thank you. You mentioned that to me last time. I think we talked. Yeah.
Yeah, it is brilliant. I've been taking it now for a while. I only eat once a day. I have more energy than I've ever had. My skin's got elasticity in it. It is
Yeah.
brilliant, dude.
Super.
You're talking about within a few days you're talking about the results?
What's now, this is the third week I've been taking it, and the elasticity's come back on my skin. The hair's better. I'm actually not worried about it falling out anymore.
That's wonderful.
But I wake up clear-minded. I wake up, I'm wide awake straight away.
Yeah.
I'm awake by 4:30, 5 o'clock most mornings, and I'm ready to go.
And you're still walking, right? You still walk too? You're walking?
Oh, yeah, an hour every day.
Yeah.
I do the Qigong. We usually do that for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Then I play a Native American flute, which helps me focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, some magical things going to happen in the ensuing months.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to enjoy your moments too as well. Enjoy today. Start today, right? Don't wait till tomorrow. Go ahead and start today. Enjoy your moments. Watch the bees, watch the flowers, watch the birds, whatever you got to do. You may see a squirrel run up a tree, whatever you got to do, but just
enjoy. As long as it doesn't run up your pants.
That may be more exciting for some, right? But put that phone down, folks. Put that phone down.
Put the tablet and phone, turn it off.
Yeah,
have a couple of hours without the phone, the device.
Absolutely. So that's wonderful. So thank you so much.
Even have a weekend, technology-free weekend, and go and play with your kids. Go and have a swim in the ocean. Do something.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, no, I won't say that. I got something else I was going to say. Anyway, I'll leave that one alone. All right. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you over the next couple of days, Miriam.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, Patrick. Take care. Stay safe.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, Kevin. I want to talk to you later about something else, Kevin.
All right.
I stopped the recording. Can everybody drop off? I want to ask Kevin something.
Yeah, let me officially log off here. So, ladies and gentlemen, take care. We'll see you next time on the Global Discussions with our wonderful panel today. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care.